What's going on YouTube? My name's Tyler. In this video, we're going to be talking about the new Spac that I just purchased. This Spac is up over 35% today, so I do not want to waste any time getting into this video. But first, I ask you guys to hit the like button and the subscribe if you want to grow your net worth with stocks and real estate. If you guys are not interested in growing your net worth with stocks and real estate, this is not the channel for you. So if you are, and if you are still here, then hit me down below in the comments with what your favorite Spac is going forward. The Spac we are talking about in this video today is ticker symbol FTOC. If you guys aren't aware what a Spac is, it stands for a special purpose acquisition company. It's like a shell company to take another company public through a merger. So about the company they are merging with is Payoneer, and they have 4 million customers and counting, 1,500 employees, 21 global offices, and 35 plus languages. And a little bit about the company right from their website. It says, in today's borderless digital world, Payoneer enables millions of businesses and professionals from more than 200 countries and territories to connect with each other and grow globally. Through our cross-border payments platform with Payoneer's fast, flexible, secure, and low-cost solutions, marketplaces, networks, businesses, and professionals throughout the world can pay and get paid globally as easily as they do locally. Before we look any further into Payoneer, we got to see what these rumors are all about. This says Payoneer may be gearing up to go public via a merger with special purpose acquisition company Ftoc Olympus Acquisition, and FTOC stock is soaring on the talk. According to recent rumors, Ftoc Olympus Acquisition is preparing a round of funding that will support its merger with Payoneer. Unnamed sources spoke with Bloomberg about the matter. They remained anonymous due to the nature of the information, and a deal has yet to be finalized. It says news of possible Spac merger between Ftoc Olympics Acquisition and Payoneer caught the eye of investors hungry to make a profit. These traders boosted shares of Ftoc stock up with heavy trading before markets closed. Ftoc closed out normal trading hours with 17 million shares traded. Its daily average trading volume is only about 390 shares. Little bit more about this company. Payoneer is a payment processing company that allows customers and businesses to easily transfer funds to each other around the world. It says it was founded in New York City in 2005. It operates in roughly 200 countries with a total of 1,500 employees spread across 21 countries around the world. Several investors, including CBC, Viola Ventures, Pingan, Wellington Management, and others back the company. One of its biggest partners is Airbnb, which uses Payoneer as its payment provider. As you guys can see, Ftoc currently has a market cap of 1.07 billion, and Payoneer is valued at $2.5 to $3 billion. So that right there signals that these shares would be significantly undervalued if the merger did go through. Now, I did some math for you guys to find out what the book value of these shares would be if the merger went through. And I'm going to show you guys that they have 75 million shares total, outstanding total. So if you take that and do a little bit of math, you do 75 million times $35 per share, and you get $2,625 million. So that would be more comparable, even on a conservative end, to what Payoneer would be valued at. So if you guys don't know, the online payment sector is flourishing. It is doing insanely well throughout 2020 and going forward. Now, analysts expect the online payment sector to grow at a 23.58% compound annual growth rate throughout 2025. So those are very insane numbers. Now, getting into exactly how they compete with their peers, they have a 0.02% market share. So I think this is where the real opportunity comes in with Payoneer over like a PayPal, because PayPal has 66.25% of the market share, so they dominate. and they are at a fat premium because of it. Now, as Payoneer, they are valued at much less. That's where you can get a better deal, and if Payoneer can follow through with everything they want to do, then that's where you as shareholders can make a lot of money. It'll be a lot easier for Payoneer to 10x than it will be for PayPal to 10x. So with that being said, 167 companies use Payoneer, and here are a couple graphs, and I will cite the source in the description so you guys can go look for that if you guys want to check that out more and research more into exactly what they're into. But top industries that use Payoneer, it is computer software is 46%. Top countries that use Payoneer is 53% in United States and 7% in Israel. And basically goes on to say that it's pretty diversified as far as small businesses, medium businesses, and large businesses. As far as how much revenue did Payoneer make, and the closest thing I could find, the most recent thing I could find, was from 2019. They made $300 million compared to Stripe that made $450 million, and now they have a considerable market share advantage. And a company like PayPal that has 17.77 billion that has a major competitive advantage and is way more established. But that just goes to show how much growth Payoneer can have if they execute correctly. So just skimming across a PayPal versus Payoneer pros and cons article, I just want to go over a couple things with you guys. Okay, so it says the financial payment service gives you the ability to directly withdraw funds with a debit card, domestically and internationally. It says Payoneer fees are slightly high at $3 per transfer, but are free to receive if you live in the United States. It says the Payoneer billing service allows you to pay other Payoneer customers with ease, and they also offer a mobile app. See, that's a thing that is potentially a very big negative with Payoneer, is that you can only pay other people that have Payoneer accounts. So you can't pay somebody with that has a PayPal. You can't transfer from Payoneer to PayPal. Something like that would be a big problem going forward if they never fixed it, but I think that's an addressable issue. So not really too worried about that as far as a long-term investment opportunity. This says this means less of a hassle if you need to acquire funds quickly. The card can be used at any ATM in the world, but has a maximum daily limit of $2,500. So that's pretty cool. A lot of places you go, ATMs won't work and all this, only accepted at certain ones. This claims that it is accepted everywhere in the form of their MasterCard debit card. So that's definitely a plus for the company. And then get into some cons. It says when comparing PayPal to Payoneer, rates and exchange fees are higher for Payoneer. Payoneer has a minimum monthly payment requirement of $20,000, so it is not a cheap thing to be in. I guess if you're a business owner, that is on the cheaper side, but still, they don't have the whole PayPal like person to person as much as I feel like they should be focusing at. They are more revolved around the business aspect, which is fine, just a different way of doing things. So it says additionally they only allow transfers to other Payoneer accounts. Like I just said, there is no third-party involvement. This can represent a big problem. Depending on the country, the platform adds a currency conversion charge of 2% to 2.75%. You are subject to MasterCard's exchange rates if you use it in a non-listed currency. Payoneer, unlike most other money transfer services, charges an annual fee to use the MasterCard, which is also another negative, but they might be trying to squeeze out money while they can. Possibly before they go public. They've been trying to go public since 2015. This will be the third time. So that's something else you got to keep in mind if you're buying this SPAC. This company has tried to go public on 2 other occasions and it failed. Once with an IPO and once through a SPAC. So now it is round 2 with a SPAC. So just be mindful of that if the SPAC runs up so much, because it is very undervalued. So there will be a decent amount of hype around this SPAC. So it says PayPal is not a supported payment method. This can prove a difficult obstacle when it comes to running an e-commerce site. Now, I think just in order to grow, they will have to change this. So person to person, me or you could transfer money, people could transfer money to different people like PayPal does have, and that is why they are so successful and have been around an extremely long time. Shout out to Elon Musk for making PayPal. I am up 13.38% on this position. Keep in mind, I only put $85 in because I was kind of unaware of what the company was and what they did. I did not want to just only trade this. So with that being said, I did more research, and this company could really 10, 20, 30x in revenue, and that is very, very realistic. So as far as a long-term investment, I see a lot of potential if the merger does go through. Now, if you're trying to trade this, I think this is a great time to get in. I would think right now would be a great time to get in up until $15 or $16. And then I'm looking at about $20 to $22 as a sellout range without confirmation on the merger. Now, if there's confirmation of the merger, then these shares are book valued at around $35 after the merger. So depending on how that timeline unfolds, I'm sure I'll make another video about it, but I would be looking to buy more shares before that date. So with that being said, let me know down below if you guys are trading this, and if you guys are holding this long term, whatever you guys are doing, let me know in the comments. And until next time, guys, peace out.